Did you know that your diesel engine could be slowly choking itself to death and losing up to 40% of its efficiency just from the way you drive it every day? Most diesel owners have no idea this is happening until it's too late, and expensive repairs or early engine replacements are the only options. But what if I told you there's a simple, almost secret technique that experienced mechanics have been using for decades? One that can restore lost power, improve fuel economy, and extend your diesel engine's life well past 400,000 miles? Today I'm revealing exactly what it is, how to do it safely, and how often you should do it so your diesel runs like it did the day you bought it. And stick around, because I'll also show you the warning signs that tell you when your engine desperately needs this treatment. Ready to save your diesel and avoid costly repairs? Let's dive in. So why is your diesel slowly losing power? Most modern diesel engines are incredible machines, built to last hundreds of thousands of miles. But here's the problem. They weren't designed for stop-and-go city driving. Diesels were originally made for constant work at varying loads. Think farm tractors, long-haul trucks, or boats. These engines regularly operate across the full RPM range under different loads, which naturally prevents carbon buildup. But if your daily routine is just commuting, school runs, or grocery trips, your engine rarely reaches full operating temperature. It sits at low RPMs with light loads, and your exhaust system never gets hot enough to burn off carbon deposits. Over time, this causes a cascade of problems. Carbon builds up in your intake system, reducing airflow. Your EGR system gets clogged with soot. Your DPF fills faster than it can burn off particles. Even your turbocharger develops carbon deposits, affecting performance. The result? Your engine gradually loses power, efficiency, and reliability, even though nothing appears broken until the repair bills start piling up. By the way, if you're finding this video informative, educational, and most importantly entertaining, be sure to subscribe and join our community of conscious and smart car enthusiasts. It also helps us continue researching and editing videos like these. Now continuing on with the video. So, how do you fix all that carbon buildup without expensive repairs? The answer is something mechanics have been quietly using for decades: the Italian tune-up. Now don't get it twisted, it's not a real tune-up in a shop. It's actually a driving technique that runs your diesel engine at higher RPMs and heavier loads for a sustained period. This creates enough heat and airflow to naturally burn off carbon deposits and restore proper engine function. Why the name Italian tune-up? Well, it comes from the stereotype that Italian drivers are aggressive, but the science is solid. High engine loads and RPMs clean carbon naturally. For diesel engines, the Italian tune-up completes DPF regeneration cycles that city driving interrupts, burns carbon off intake valves and EGR components, exercises your turbocharger across its full range, brings all engine systems up to proper operating temperature. It's not about speeding or driving recklessly. It's about giving your diesel the operating conditions it needs to stay healthy and powerful. So how do you perform the Italian tune-up safely? Before you hit the road, you need to make sure your diesel is ready. Here's what to check first. Oil. Make sure the level and condition are good. Coolant. Verify it's at the proper level. Air filter. Ensure it isn't severely clogged. Mechanical issues. Don't attempt this if any warning lights are on. Next, pick the right road. You need a highway or rural road where you can maintain higher speeds safely for 15 to 20 minutes. City streets or residential areas won't work. Here's the step-by-step. Warm up your engine. Drive normally for 5 to 10 minutes so your diesel reaches full operating temperature. Accelerate smoothly. Get to highway speeds, usually 65 to 75, and hit 2500 RPM in the highest gear you can safely maintain. Maintain speed and load. Keep this pace for 15 to 20 minutes. This isn't about racing. It's about keeping your engine in its upper operating range long enough to burn off carbon buildup. Cool down. Return to normal driving and don't shut off the engine immediately. Let it stabilize for a few minutes to protect all systems. Follow these steps and your diesel will start clearing carbon naturally, restoring efficiency and power. Why does the Italian tune-up work so well for diesel engines? Diesel engines rely on high compression and temperature for efficient combustion. When you mostly drive in the city or take short trips, your engine never gets hot enough, which lets carbon deposits form and accumulate. Running the engine at high RPMs and loads during an Italian tune-up raises combustion temperature enough to burn off carbon deposits, increases airflow to carry away loosened particles through the exhaust, For turbocharged diesels, it also exercises the turbo across its full operating range, prevents carbon buildup on the turbine and compressor wheels, keeps variable geometry mechanisms operating freely. And for the DPF and EGR systems, high-temperature operation completes full DPF regeneration cycles, burning off soot that city driving misses, increases exhaust flow to clean EGR valves and prevent sticking. In short, the Italian tune-up restores your diesel to the way it was designed to operate: efficient, powerful, and reliable. Next, let's talk about when and how often to perform the Italian tune-up. For most diesel owners, performing an Italian tune-up every 2 weeks hits the sweet spot between effectiveness and practicality. But your driving habits matter. Highway drivers with regular long trips may only need it once a month, since normal driving already mimics an Italian tune-up. City drivers with short trips might need to do it weekly to prevent carbon buildup from becoming a problem. Watch for warning signs that your diesel needs this treatment immediately: reduced power or sluggish acceleration, black smoke during acceleration, rough idling or engine vibration, decreased fuel economy, DPF warning lights, or frequent regeneration cycles. If any of these appear, don't wait for your regular schedule. Perform the Italian tune-up as soon as safely possible. Catching the buildup early protects your engine and saves you from costly repairs. Here are some noticeable benefits when performing these Italian tune-ups regularly. When done consistently, this simple driving technique can dramatically improve your diesel's performance and longevity. Restores lost power. Vehicles with carbon buildup can regain 10–15% of their original horsepower. Improves fuel economy. Cleaner combustion means you use less fuel. Extends DPF and EGR life. Prevents costly replacements. DPFs can cost $3,000 and EGR systems $1,500. Reduces overall engine wear. Regular high-load operation keeps all systems functioning as designed. Fleet operators and individual owners report engines lasting over 400,000 miles with minimal emission system problems when they follow this technique. Essentially, it keeps your diesel running like it's brand new, even if it's been abused by city driving. That said, not everyone has a long stretch of open road for a proper Italian tune-up, and that's okay. There are alternative ways to achieve similar benefits. The goal is the same: give your diesel engine the conditions it needs to burn off carbon buildup. If highway driving isn't possible, diesel additives that are proven to help clean the intake, EGR, and DPF systems. Combine longer drives at moderate RPMs whenever you can safely manage it on rural roads. Maintain a regular schedule of engine checks, ensuring your air filters, oil, and coolant are always in top condition. The key takeaway: this isn't about driving aggressively or dangerously. It's about simulating the heat, airflow, and load conditions that your diesel needs to stay clean and efficient. Even without a highway, there are ways to protect your engine from carbon buildup and costly repairs. Now, here are some warning signs that your diesel needs an Italian tune-up immediately. Even if you follow a regular schedule, sometimes your engine will signal it needs help right away. Watch for these red flags: reduced power or sluggish acceleration. Your diesel struggles to perform like it used to. Black smoke during acceleration, a clear sign of incomplete combustion. Rough idling or engine vibration. Carbon deposits may be interfering with airflow. Decreased fuel economy. Your engine is working harder than it should. DPF warning lights or frequent regeneration cycles. The filter is struggling to burn off soot. If you notice any of these, don't wait for your next routine tune-up. Perform the Italian tune-up as soon as it's safe, because catching carbon buildup early can prevent expensive repairs and restore lost power. One of the most impressive things about this technique is the real, measurable results it can deliver. Many diesel owners report restoring 10–15% of lost power in engines suffering from carbon buildup. Fuel economy often improves as combustion efficiency returns. DPF and EGR systems last longer, meaning fewer costly replacements. DPFs can cost $3,000, EGR systems $1,500, $3,000. Regular tune-ups allow engines to operate as they were designed, extending life even under city driving conditions. In other words, a simple 15–20 minute drive under the right conditions can undo months of performance loss, protect your emission systems, and keep your diesel running strong for hundreds of thousands of miles. When you perform Italian tune-ups regularly, you're not just restoring power, you're protecting your entire diesel engine. Engines stay cleaner, reducing wear on the turbocharger, EGR, and DPF systems. You prevent expensive repairs before they happen, saving thousands of dollars over the life of the vehicle. Fleet operators and individual owners alike report engines lasting over 400,000 miles with minimal emission problems. Ultimately, your diesel performs the way it was designed to: efficient, reliable, and long-lasting, even if most of your driving is short trips or city commuting. A little effort every couple of weeks can mean decades of trouble-free driving, keeping your diesel running like new and avoiding costly surprises down the road. So there you have it, the simple yet powerful technique that can keep your diesel engine running like new for hundreds of thousands of miles: the Italian tune-up. Just a 15-20 minute drive under the right conditions every couple of weeks can restore lost power, improve fuel economy, and protect expensive components like your DPF and EGR system. Remember, city driving and short trips may be convenient, but they create the perfect conditions for carbon buildup. Don't wait until your engine starts showing warning signs. Take control now and give your diesel the care it deserves. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with your fellow diesel owners, and subscribe for more tips and tricks that save money and keep your vehicles running longer. Your engine will thank you.